And we're live. So here's Cat Vengeance, and I'm here with another predictions on the upcoming UFC fight. We're gonna have Cody Garbrandt going against Tito Dilto 2, and we're gonna get Henry Cejudo versus Demetrius Johnson 2. Also, I'm gonna be picking on Cub Swanson's versus Verado. So let's just start. First off, I wanted to talk about last event. If you watched my previous episode, maybe the editing wasn't that good, but I picked 3 out of 4, even nailed one by the money. Diana Jevchechik really crushed that one. I couldn't really predict Poirier and Aldo finishing the fights as they did. I missed Poirier finishing by a round. Maybe that was a better bet to make, but Aldo finishing Stephens that way, it was just so great to see it. I only missed Hernandez, which was actually kind of a hard bet to put on, but it was a great event, and I predict this one will be as awesome as the previous one. So let's start. Alright, so we're starting off with Cub Swanson's versus Renato Moicano. Cub Swanson's will be a huge underdog in this fight as a plus 300 underdog, as Renato is actually a minus 400 favorite. And I'm going to start off saying that I think that this is the most profitable betting option if you guys are gambling on this fight, because I do believe that these odds do not represent fully the capabilities of the fighters, and I'll explain. First off, Cub is 10-4 since 2012, losing only to Max Holloway, Ortega, and Frankie Edgar, which are all big names. So I put him kind of like the top 5 gatekeeper in the featherweight division. So I would not underestimate Cub Swanson in this fight. He has a unique phone booth style that he just like keeps a very close range. He gives a lot of unique angles to his strikes from standing and kicking position. So I really think that he has a very, very good chance to win this fight. As to Renato, who is kind of an upcoming fighter, and as you know, the UFC likes to do these kind of matchups where he puts these young wolves against these old tigers and see who wins, trying to mix up the ratings and the ranking of the fights. And I accepted, but actually, who did Renato win? He has only a win by split decision over Jeremy Stevens, and he actually lost one of his last couple of fights to Ortega as well, and most of his wins came by decision, some of them split, and a lot of rear naked chokes. So I don't really completely understand why do they give him such a huge favorite. I'm sure that by Sunday the Vegas odds will kind of narrow down, so I think it is a good fight to put your bet on. And I would be betting on Cub Swanson to win this fight just because of the odds, and I think they got it a bit wrong. If I was Renato, I would be going to the ground, trying to submit him, because I do appreciate his ground game, and we saw before that Cub Swanson didn't have this good of a ground game to begin with. So yeah, I'll be betting on Cub Swanson to win this one by decision in the 3rd round, unanimous or split. You choose. Alright, to our second fight, we got Henry Cejudo versus Demetrius Johnson 2. Which I think is going to be just one of those really easy pick and fight. I mean, Demetrius Johnson is such a huge favorite. Is a minus 600 favorite versus a plus 400 underdog by Henry Cejudo. And actually, if you look at previous fights, Demetrius Johnson is usually a minus 700 favorite, so you're getting a better odds on this fight if you are willing to take that risk. I mean, there's not a lot of juice in that fight, and in my predictions, really betting on Henry Cejudo is just flushing your money down the toilet. In the previous fight, where actually we had Henry Cejudo with Demetrius Johnson, we didn't really see anything that special from Henry Cejudo. It was a really quick finish by Demetrius Johnson, which he started with a minus 350 favorite to begin with. So, and since then he just keeps on winning. Demetrius Johnson is on a 13-fight win streak, giving us versus Ray Borg the Submission of the Year award. and having like he just keeps evolving, being this super intelligent fighter, always wants to improve his game. And if you look at Henry Cejudo, he actually lost to Benavidez the fight right after, and he did go ahead and took a long 9-month break from the game to work on his game. Then he had Rice to fight with. Rice actually was a good fight for Henry Cejudo. He did go ahead and finish, and then after that he took on Sergio Pettis, just to make sure he won by decision. It was unanimous, but I mean, still not really impressing. I mean, the gap is just too big. I really believe that Demetrius Johnson will fight TJ Dillashaw probably at some stage of his life, or I don't know, if maybe Cody Garbrandt. Depends on who wins, but it just seems so not interesting to watch Demetrius Johnson keeps destroying this department, as it seems that nobody has a real chance. I am gonna put my money on Demetrius Johnson to win this one, probably on the third. It's gonna be on the third by TKO. That's my betting on this fight. And now, last but not least, we have Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw 2. I mean, the animosity between these two guys is just off the charts. I mean, take a look at this picture. I'm just showing you. I mean, what is it? I mean, wow, you remember that this is the last scene of the fight where TJ just stood and was screaming like a lion, like ah. Cody, I mean, it's so exciting to see that fight, and I'm sure 100% we're going to have an excellent rematch. It's a very close flip. TJ is just a very small minus 125 favorite versus a minus 105 underdog of Cody Garbrandt. For those of you that don't know, TJ actually was training with Cody at Alpha Male Group under Uriah Faber, and decided to leave the gym and go to evolve to other gyms, which I actually really respect. That it shows that he wants to leave the comfort zone, he wants to evolve, he wants to become a better fighter, and he's one of my favorites overall. I really think that Cody is a big douchebag. I don't really have a lot of respect for him. I mean, I do, let's get things straight. I think he has an outstanding boxer, striker, has a rich history of grappling. He was destroying the division. He destroyed Dominic Cruz. I mean, he had so many performances, but can you really like this douchebag? I mean, he's such a douchebag, isn't he? I mean, in comparison to TJ and how awesome of personality he has. I mean, I also think that TJ has a very high fight IQ, and generally speaking, I just appreciate TJ overall more than Cody. But it is a very close fight to decide with. Going into the stats, it's actually, I do prefer TJ's style a lot better. I think he has a better combinations, he has a better grappling. Cody, I think, has a big advantage in the striking with excellent boxing, and he could put anyone to sleep in the bantamweight division, which is not an easy task to do at all. TJ has only one loss in the last 8 fights, while Cody was undefeated until the last fight versus TJ. And I think that Cody has a big temperament issue that could affect his judgment coming into this fight, and he's carrying the whole alpha male pressure on his shoulders, which could significant something. I have no idea what it does, but I think it is something to take into consideration. If you're betting on this fight, I would usually stay off. I think it's a very close fight. Anyone could take this. Like, it's really open. If I were to bet, I'm going with TJ 100%. I think that TJ is going to win by a TKO on the second one, probably even a KO, or I don't know, but he's going to finish him on the second round, top third. That's it. I really appreciate it if you enjoy this one, and if you did, just stay tuned. I'm going to be uploading this predictions of mine once a week. I hope you're going to see the changes I'm making to the videos and everything. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll be uploading some UFC 3 videos of my own soon enough. That's it. Appreciate it, guys. Take care.
Saved by the bell. Back to the stool. 60 seconds with which to recover. We'll see if his corner can keep his head in the fight.
And here's a big strike to the head that stuns. And here's another devastating shot to the head that really does damage. And here's another shot to the head that really stuns. Incredible round with...
Here we are, round two.
He's definitely going to want to start this round off fast and try to pick up where he left off. His opponent was in big trouble at the end of that round. TJ Dillashaw has spectacular footwork and movement, beautiful striking from both sides. Oh, he got hurt! He is clearly in big, big trouble. Nice takedown. Good control, postures up.
Obvious redness now on the right side of his body, Joe.
He hits him with a hammer fist. He's going to try to take the back, I think. He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground.
Going orthodox now.
Look at that.
All right, so a nice straight punch there after he caught the leg. He decides to punch
He
that
rocked
higher.
him. He's hurt. Body kick like that. Again with a solid kick to the body.
Both guys landing big shots.
This fight is dangerously close to being stopped.
Back to the feet. And now starting to snap off that jab.
Oh, he's landed some good shots here. Nice leg kick.
He's got him here. Oh, he might be out. The left hook hits home.
Nasty combinations here.
That right hand starting to land with some consistency here in round two.
Feinting.
How about that jab?
Tag.